Because there are just so many people who could stand in front of you, and by the time you use your Divine Judgment, can still get away safely. That's the Arlot, that's the Khalid. It's a quick stand guard and the Vengeance.
I think we really got to keep our eyes on TNZ this match. I know that all of these picks look crazy, but for Aurora Gaming, they want to look for early game pickoffs. That's what they've always done. Once Pagu hits level 4, it might not be as defensive, like trying to catch Tlph when he comes in or trying to catch Oheb. It might be a much more aggressive Kaja here, looking to bring people back and keep our eyes on TNZ in those off lanes, looking for quick ganks.
I love the fact that Pagu always goes, pull yourselves together, dude. He's so confident in himself. He's so confident he'll be able to go for those pickoffs.
Yeah. So we might see him not being as hesitant whenever he tries to go for those Divine Judgments, and even those flickers surprises, because I think that's what's gonna really trigger a lot of the battle spells from Team Liquid, so TNC could be a bit more free to deal with the burst damage, because he's gonna be the main source of that at this point. You can't really expect to get much from your sides just yet. And now they're really trying to look for potential ways that they could make this or make his presence felt. But Oheb, I feel, is a bit too careful in the laning too, and we've seen how disciplined he played this Claude even in the previous game.
Yeah. I think, in a way, the Kaja pick actually kind of ruined a bit of what I was expecting. I thought, again, I had a similar opinion to Tlph. I thought it was going to be a Minotaur, a hard CC hero to come in as Rogue, because I thought you would want to put TL onto more Purify so that your crazy poke, the assassin threat from TNZ could be more. Now it's that up top.
Magic onto Oheb. Oheb might not be able to get away from this one. He's gonna live though. The Deadly Magic wasn't enough. TNZ wants to try to finish it, but he goes too deep and he's taken out. First blood over to Sanji.
Sanji just literally followed him with the Lantern Flares, and he had no other way to get out. The Space Escape was already used just to pour out the damage for the Deadly Magic. But you understand why Aurora Gaming wanted that kill on Oheb so badly. It's just that it was a bit too desperate of an attempt.
Uh-oh. Siggy Boom. Flickers out. Carl TZ. Okay, doesn't get the quad shadow. It's all G. But yeah, again, right? Like, everybody has Flicker. And again, because Oheb, imagine if they had a hard CC, kind of like a, let's say like a Minotaur, that forces you to go Purify. Oheb might not have lived that. They would have just bypassed through it, and he wouldn't have been able to space out the way he did. Now, that's another.
Pagu forced to use the flicker. He's gonna lock on to JP. TNZ comes in. Deadly Magic as well, but still just not enough damage from Aurora Gaming. RWM does come down from Rosa. No final shot on the JP. Team Liquid gets away clean.
It was just countered by the quick sand guard. And we did allude to this idea earlier on, but it's not an aggressive Kaja we're seeing from Pagu just yet. It's a more reactive, just taking whatever is available for the team Kaja.
And when you have a Kaja, you need an insta-kill button. You need something to be like, all right, instantly now Oheb again up top. I don't think they're going to try to dive this, so Oheb should still be fine, yeah. But they don't have that. So, again, like, earlier the panel were concerned about, hey, what? Oh my god, what a steal there. But what are they going to do with this full HP Claude? What are they going to do with everybody? Like, they get Khalid is like, guys, okay, I guess he's just gonna go and heal.
Yeah, and that's a Claude who literally first item prioed the Demon Hunter Sword, and not even any magic defense items, not even tough boots or not even a robe. He really just wanted to go for damage. Oh wait.
Nice grab onto Sanford. Final slash though to response, and in comes Sanji and the rest of the team in a huge sandstorm onto Aurora Gaming. Sanford is taken out, the Lunar able to get the kill. JP as well. Carl Teasy finds Lunar, but it's a 2-for-1 right now. Pagu, Rosa, TNZ back under the tower, but a decent trade for Aurora Gaming.
Yeah, really good. At least they were able to force it slightly under the turret. Rosa, though, okay, there's no Ogi Shadow kill, so he will be surviving that. But yeah, it took a while, but at least Aurora Gaming were able to get the job done. That kill onto Sanford and JP are going to be very much worth it. And you see how the idea of forcing a fight in a place which is slightly favorable for you can actually do wonders for this lineup.
It was under the turret, so despite Sanford not being insta-killed, he was kind of forced to just go in to actually get more HP with a Vengeance. And it ultimately got him to take way more turret shots than he should. And the fact that JP got a Raging Sandstorm was great. If it wasn't for Rosa, who already planted himself down with the real world manipulation, so much damage AoE onto them. So JP and Sanford, who were just trying to survive, got melted down by those taps.
Now we see they are going to be positioning first in this upcoming turtle. Lunar is there too, but he's getting poked down by Sanford here. Oh, they go for the setup.
Whoa! Oh, nice RWM onto Sanji, forced to flicker back. As Sigiboom continues to attack onto Oheb. Oheb able to take out Lunar, and Carlton smashes in with a shadow kill. But the group up saves them all together. Lunar down. Team Liquid come out with the extra win.
That was perfect from Kagu.
Yeah.
He got Sanji and still they didn't have enough damage, dude.
Yeah, this is a Jusin who is on a slightly tankier or a Brave Smite emblem, which you would recall was introduced quite a while ago or a while back, but that was just the Crimson Beacon keeping him safe there. And Kyle TZ, you cannot distract this guy. Yeah, you can't distract this guy.
I understand it now.
Yeah.
They pick up the Khalid, they see the Harley now. Shadow kill on Lunar.
Could be okay, able to respond. Back to Carlton.
Oh,
But he goes down. Licks back. Carl TZ doesn't have the range right now. Lunar is safe.
back to the point though. I think I understand it now.
Understand what?
Wait. Wait, okay. Harley, jumping around, right? There's already Khalid to handle it. You jump on the Harley, you win it out because you're a tanky boy. Then as you jump around to your previous hat, to your hat,
Okay.
Hayabusa comes in. So it's like they have so much mobility that it bypasses that escape tool.
Stanford once again with a huge final slash. In comes Sanji. The shifting clouds, but it's not enough. Rosa is taken out as Oheb threads through, but Sigiboom jumps into the midst of it and takes out Sanji and Oheb. It's 1, but in comes Carl TZ. The final hit onto Sanford. Sigiboom still in the back line, 3 for 1. Aurora Gaming still wins out in these trades.
Maybe not choose fights that are in those positions, that are close or near to turrets of Aurora Gaming, where Rosa can just comfortably use the real-world manipulation, because that happened twice in a row now, but it was just a lot more valuable for Aurora Gaming this time.
Yeah, maybe choose your fights better, right? Like, I know you're Team Liquid and all, you know, you're like the final boss, but you still also have to respect the enemy team, I agree. That just felt like complete disrespect. Radiant Sandstorm on TNZ.
See, Magic Trick's back. Out comes the RWM, and Rosa catches 3 with the shifting clouds as well from Lunar. Carlton tries to come in. He's looking for the shadow kill, but he's just stuck right now. Has to dash back. Sanford's gonna be the next on the block as Carl TZ falls next. And Aurora Gaming are looking to even the score.
By the way, the shifting clouds actually brought Liquid out of the real-world manipulation, but the damage was still enough for Aurora Gaming. Lunar got a triple, and that's gonna be a massive problem for them moving forward.
And it was just complete disrespect from Team Liquid. Again, you have the mobility, but it doesn't mean you have to chase TNZ like that. They use all their resources to go in, and they forgot completely how their composition was supposed to work.
Yeah.
How Aurora Gaming could pick them off. Yes, they didn't have enough damage at the start of the game, but after those constant throws from Liquid, they definitely do now.
Yeah.
Take a look at the replay again.
Yeah.
Brother, Harley, TNZ broke all of their ankles, and yes, they did get taken out of the RWM, but by that point, they were already so low. They were all already tapped down by Rosa.
Yeah, maybe leave the job to Carl TZ to finish things off. You could just do as much as you want to bait out skills from Aurora Gaming, because essentially because of your mobility, that's what you could really specialize on. You have so many ways to just bait resources and skills out of Aurora, specifically that space escape from TNZ, if we're just really talking about shutting down the jungler of Aurora Gaming. But the way things are going are just really not looking good for Liquid, and the gold lead has already shifted over to Aurora.
With the gold lead, it's going to be very, very scary. Like Aurora Gaming's composition, this is the lineup that we were talking about. It is very risky. We didn't get to see a lot of it in the early game just because they lack that damage, but when they have the snowball, all of those little like weaknesses disappear. Now you have enough damage, whoever you go for in the Divine Judgment, and also it acts as a distraction for TNZ to just go over to Oheb in the back line or even Sanji.
Not just that, but JP, this is I mean, the Khalid can be a risky pick as well, and once it falls behind like this, 0, 2, and 5, there's not much JP can do. He can bring in the big engage, but he's immediately shredded down, crowd controlled. There's not a whole lot of engage left. Now it really comes down onto Sanford to look for a big final slash or something of that nature. Team Liquid definitely needs to play all of this defensively.
I'm surprised the Divine Judgment didn't come through there. I thought they were just going to be like, all right, JP is walking over to us, let's go.
Sanji
Yeah.
for an angle. Decides not to do it.
They want to deny this purple buff really badly.
gets it.
Okay, at least he gets
Boy, Tenzi! Oh, thank goodness
But
he had the
they played
hat.
out the Raging Sandstorm as well.
No, it's fine. Cooldown's very low there, right? So it's like, it's still a Sky Piercer for Carl. Did not notice. Let's take a look at the items.
Yeah, he's still slightly behind of Tianzi though, if it's just that. A bit of catching up to do here for majority of the members, but I think it's more emphasized on the EXP lane matchup. It's also mainly because of the triple kill, I guess, that Lunar did get earlier on in the top lane. But I think that's where we put a bit more importance on what Trek said about Sanford being the guy who could potentially turn things around for Team Liquid here. It's really that final slash onto the right target that could shift things a bit towards their favor.
Yeah. It really seems like for Aurora Gaming, coming into this mid-game, I thought there would be more physical defense items, but they're still going for like traditional build paths here. Even the Oracle straight for Lunar, despite not having any more healing from the rest of the team here. So, again, I would like to have that Pagu.
You're gonna get pulled back. It's gonna be enough to take him out. The final deadly match comes
Wow.
and a beautiful RWM to keep TL at bay. They claim JP for their own.
That's a ZRWM, a zoning real-world manipulation. So well played, but now two big ultimates are down, and Team Liquid might want to pounce.
Yeah.
Tlph still holding the back side. Are they gonna make an angle?
Okay. They might just be
Lunar!
for that. Oh.
Beautiful shifting clouds. Carl Teasy's gone as Sigiboo jumps into the backside. A blazing duet from Oheb, but it is defensive. Pagu's looking for the next target, and Sanji's off the map as well. Sanford, one of the last two members standing, will not stand a chance. Aurora Gaming are taking this possibly.
Yeah, it's not gonna come from Pagu. The second re-engage wasn't gonna come from Pagu. It's gonna come from the other members. Can be Lunar, can be Sigiboom. In that instance, definitely was Lunar. So Team Liquid, even despite the lack of real-world manipulation, couldn't really feel confident enough to look for the engage. Now they lose a base turret, and the Lord is in the hands of Aurora Gaming.
Oh my lord. And again, you see it. We were talking about it, right? What is the Khalid gonna do when you're 0-3, when you're behind? Dude, he got melted. Pagu was just like, all right, I understand. Earlier, he really should have just gone for the Divine Judgment, but he played it safe. Then they realized, wait, we can actually just burst this guy like he's nothing. Divine Judgment goes in. They all go for the damage, and even that zoning ult from Rosa to save them from a possible flank angle from Team Liquid, it was beautifully done. Aurora Gaming, after game number 3 earlier, I really thought they had forgotten a lot of what their win conditions were. But they reset so good, and now with, again, a very interesting composition. As the panel said, Tianzi just loves it.
Yeah, this is terrifying. Pagu has the Chastise Pile Drawn and also the fleeting time. So whenever they get a successful pick-off, it could be an easy round 2 for them. Worst case scenario for Team Liquid, and they have to rely on the way.
Why? Pagu? He flickered.
Oh!
Get pulled back. JP with the Raging Sandstorm. RWM is canceled. What? Clouds from Lunar. JP just can't get the kill as Tianzi continues to creep forward. But Oheb backside with a blazing duet plus the winner crown, but still nobody drops just yet.
Tianzi gonna go in, Sigiboom with the damage with the curtain call. Oheb able to flicker out. They defend.
Oh my goodness, Immortality pickups too were there. Team Liquid had to play it a bit safe, but that was a really commendable engage that we saw from them. Nonetheless, Aurora Gaming though, they already take out 2 base turrets, and that's gonna matter a lot. But we've seen Liquid in this situation.
So despite the Pagu fumble on the flicker Divine Judgment, it is still a win. They got 2 base turrets, like Brigida just said earlier. So it's still gonna be really tough for Team Liquid to handle the waves here in the side. Aurora Gaming, this would have actually been the way for Team Liquid to punish Aurora Gaming. They need to stick together, right? Now, Team Liquid, how do they handle the waves in the bottom lane while Aurora Gaming constantly look for those pickoffs? Because if TL go and split their members apart, Aurora are just going to take either the 4v5 with a flicker, now pull yourself together, already fully stacked for Pagu. Very, very quick. Even though he messed up earlier, it's already going to be up for the next fight, right? So pickoffs will always be available, and Team Liquid will need vision, but none of their heroes can get them vision.
Yeah, that's why JP has to be a bit more careful in scouting the brushes here.
I do want to say I think Aurora Gaming maybe pushing a little too hard here. Needs to still keep it slow. It's still TL that you're up against. They do gain position. They wanted that pick off a second ago, but that could have been risky, so I like the fact that they backed off, gained position over the Lord.
Yeah. I really consider who Liquid are willing to send to the opposite lane to here, because ideally it'll be it'll be Carl Tz with a bit more of the mobility to get back somehow, despite the nerfs on the Shadow of the Hayabusa. Oheb, it's not really coupled with the Louis, so there's no easy way to go for those opposite lane manages, but this is what makes it terrifying. Look at where Tianzi and Rosa currently are positioned across the map. You couldn't just send out anyone at this point to take care of the lanes.
Chastise Polar and the Melfic gun again. It's the pick off Carl Tz. Oh, he checks the bush, and they go for the sentry. They're able to reveal, they get that vision onto Aurora Gaming, but it's gonna be down for quite a bit now, and that's another window that opens for Aurora Gaming that starts to close off for Team Liquid.
Okay, they're gonna go for JP here. Sanford and Sanji.
Oh! Wasted out, a beautiful winner crown from Sanji. Carl Tz is looking for an angle now as well. Team Liquid making their way in. Pagu getting caught up by Oheb. Sigiboom taking some damage as well. TNZ's forced to flick back with a hat trick.
Yeah.
PL now has control over the Lord Pit.
They gotta go for it. Pagu, no Divine Judgment, RWM.
The end does come down. Pagu looking in as well. Carl Tz able to take the Lord though. And Pagu's shredded down, but a blazing new he does pop. JP in the backside looking for TNZ. Pagu there as well as Sigiboom and Sanji in the 1v1. Lunar with the shifting clouds, but may go down. Carl Tz taking this game into his team's hands.
JP with a double Sigiboom.
That's a shutdown.
Wants to cut all alone. I'm not too sure about the Sanford.
Okay, uses the flicker. He catches up somehow, and the final slash too.
Sigiboom just needs to try to buy time. Carl Tz there with the shadow kill. Winter Crown comes out, buying time for his team. It's 20-second death counters for Aurora Gaming. But the Lord, the game is back into a possible Team Liquid advantage.
And again, well played. Hey, I question it. Forgive me, I was not familiar with your game, Sigiboom. Amazing when it crowned the flicker, and now it delays Team Liquid from getting even more than they should have actually, right? 4,000 gold lead still. Pagu's gonna be up, Lunar's gonna be up. That really denied all of the full capitalization from Team Liquid. Now, Aurora can still breathe. They still have the advantage. Yes, Team Liquid, it's swinging back towards them, but they won't be able to crack a base turret open unless they get another good fight.
Yeah, and at least Pagu knows now that he has to be a bit more careful in terms of his choices.
Yep.
He has to check who has ways to actually still survive, who has the Winter Crowns, who has the Immortalities, before he actually commits.
Ooh, JP into the back. A nice final slash for the RWM comes out. Lunar still standing. Sanford goes down first as Pagu jumps into the middle to keep Team Liquid zoned away. The Lord does crash into the base. JP, Oheb, the blazing duet in the backside. Oheb! He takes out Rosa. Carl Tz. Sigiboom down. Team Liquid break through the base, and it's nothing but Pagu and TNZ. Team Liquid Philippines. The cavalry rages on.
And the charge of the cavalry continue in the lower brackets.
Oh my goodness.
They bend, but they do not break.
We thought Aurora already had it. They were slowly finding the right targets. They were forcing the fights close to their turrets, and the real-world manipulations were always on point. And JP almost felt as if he couldn't do anything anymore.
You really got to give props to Aurora Gaming Turkey though, because they performed out of their minds in game number 4. It ended up being 3-1. But really, it's all about those little things, the experience that comes into play, and the clutch factor of Team Liquid. It's always kind of their thing, you know, like, they will look weird sometimes because they always take that gamble. Whether they're winning, whether they're losing, that early game was definitely weird for Team Liquid, but